দশম মানৰ সকলো ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীক মই বিৰাজ লামা আজিৰ এই ভিডিঅ'টোত স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। I welcome all the students of class 10. This video is both for Assamese as well as English medium students. I hope this video finds you in good health. আজিৰ এই ভিডিঅ'টোত মই নেলছন মেণ্ডেলা এ লং ৱাক টু ফ্ৰীডম পাৰ্টিৰ মাজৰ প্ৰশ্নোত্তৰ দিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিছোঁ। আৰম্ভ কৰোঁ আহা। What is the full name of Mandela? Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. What is apartheid? Apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. Which country had a system of apartheid until recently? South Africa. How many years did Mandela spend in prison? কিমান বছৰ জেলত থাকিছিলে? 30 years. In which year democratic elections were held in South Africa? 1994. Who was the first black president of South Africa? Nelson Mandela. What is an autobiography? An account of a person's life written by that person. What was the name of Mandela's autobiography? What was the name of Mandela's autobiography? Mandela's autobiography নাম কি আছিলে? Long Walk to Freedom. Next question. What was the historic occasion that Mandela was speaking about in his autobiography A Long Walk to Freedom? The inauguration. Which party Mr. Mandela belonged to? African National Congress. How many seats did African National Congress won in the elections held in 1994? 252 out of 400. Total 400 seater ভিতৰত 252 জিকিছিলে। Where did the inauguration ceremony to take place? The inauguration ceremony took place in the Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Pretoria. Amphitheatre in Pretoria. When was the inauguration day? 10th May 1994. What do you mean by amphitheatre? Amphitheatre মানে কি? Amphitheatre means a building without a roof with many rows of seats rising in steps. তোমালোকে ওয়ার্ড মিনিংবিলাক যিমানখিনি আছে পাঠত গোটেইখিনিয়ে পঢ়িব লাগিব। এইখিনি বহুত প্ৰয়োজন, ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট। অ'কে, পৰীক্ষাত আহে, প্ৰায়ে আহে। গোটেইখিনি লেচনৰ, অকল নেলছন মেণ্ডেলা এ লং ৱাক টু ফ্ৰীডম বুলি নহয়, গোটেইখিনি পাঠৰ ওয়ার্ড মিনিংবিলাক তোমালোকে পঢ়িব লাগিব। অ'কে, What would be the largest gathering ever of international leader on South African soil? The inauguration. Why did international leaders gather on 10th May 1994? International leaders gathered for the installation of South Africa's first democratic and non-racial government. What kind of government was going to be formed in South Africa on 10th May? Democratic and non-racial government. Who accompanied Mandela in the inauguration? Mandela's daughter Zenani. কোন লগত গৈছিল Mandelaৰ লগত? Zenani. এনেকৈ আহিব পাৰে প্ৰশ্ন, who was Zenani? So you have to write Mandela's daughter. কি লিখিব লাগিব? Mandela's daughter. Question number 19. এইখিনি অলপ খেলি মেলি তোমালোকক লাগিব। Who was first sworn in? প্ৰথম or who took oath first? প্ৰথম শপত কোনে লৈছিলে? So that answer is what? কি আছিলে? Mr. D. Clark. Who was sworn in as second deputy president? Second deputy president হিচাপে প্ৰথমে কোনে শপত গ্ৰহণ লৈছিলে? মিষ্টাৰ ডি ক্লাৰ্ক। এইটো অলপ খেলি মেলি হয়, প্ৰথম বুলি আহে, প্ৰথম শপত গ্ৰহণ লোৱা ছেকেণ্ড ডেপুটি প্ৰেছিডেণ্ট Mr. D. Klerk. Who was sworn in second, or who took oath second? So Thabo Mbeki. Thabo Mbeki. Who was sworn in as first deputy president? प्रथम deputy president हिसाबे कुने शपथ ग्रहण लैছিলে? Thabo Mbeki. How many deputy president was selected? 2. Why did other countries break off international relation with South Africa? Because of apartheid system. What is Mandela's dream for South Africa? Mandela's dream upon ki asile? Mandela's dream for South Africa was to liberate people from poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. What oath did Nelson Mandela take? Ki শপত লৈছিলে? To obey and uphold the constitution and to devote himself to the well-being of South Africa. Who were considered as outlaws in South Africa? The black-skinned people. Question number 27. What colors does the South African flag possess? Or what were the colors emitted by a chevron of Impala jets? So দুই ধৰণে question আহিব পাৰে, answer একেই হ'ব, black, red, green, blue and gold. What were the two national anthems sung on the inauguration? কি আছিলে? Nkosi Sikelel, Africa and Daistem. Whom does Mandela want to thank but could not? African patriots who no longer existed. What created a deep and lasting wound in South Africa and its people? Answer: the apartheid system created a deep and lasting wound in South Africa and its people. Question number 31. What rode in perfect formation over the Union buildings? Answer: South African jets, helicopters and troop carriers rode in perfect formation over Union buildings. Question number 32. Which flame can be hidden but never be extinguished? Answer: man's goodness. What does courage mean to Mandela, or how does Mandela define courage? দুই ধৰণে আহিব পাৰে question. This is very common. According to Mandela, courage was not the absence of fear but triumph over it. Question number 34. According to Mandela, what is the greatest wealth of a nation? Answer: people. What was the national anthem for the whites? Answer ki hoy? Nkosi Sikelel, Africa. Why according to Mandela is easy to learn to love? Because it comes naturally to human heart. What comes more naturally to heart according to Mandela? Love. Question number 38. What did Mandela want as a student? Mandela wanted freedom for himself as a student. Who according to Mandela is not free? Both the oppressor and the oppressed. Question number 40. We have achieved our political emancipation means. Emancipation means freedom from restriction. Question number 41. What was the national anthem for the blacks? The national anthem for the blacks were Daistem. Question number 42. How old was the author at the time of inauguration? The author was in his 80s at the time of inauguration. Question number 43. What promise did Mandela make to his people in the oath-taking speech. Mandela promised that the country shall never again experience the oppression of one by another, or Mandela promised that the country shall not again experience the oppression of one by another. What was the old anthem of the Republic? I think this is the stem was the old anthem of the Republic. Who surrounded the author before the inauguration? International leaders. International leaders. No. International leaders surrounded the author before the inauguration. Question number 46. What had been the seat of white supremacy for decades? The lovely sandstone amphitheatre in the Union Buildings in Pretoria had been the seat of white supremacy for decades. 47. What did the smoke trail of Impala jets symbolize? The smoke trail of Impala jets symbolized the South African flag. Question number 48. What happened in the first decade of the 20th century? In the first decade of the 20th century, the whites in South Africa erected a system of racial domination over the blacks known as apartheid. Question number 49. What formed the structure of one of the harshest and most inhumane societies? The policy of apartheid formed the structure of one of the harshest and most inhumane societies. Question number 50. When did Nelson Mandela die? Exact year. Nelson Mandela died in 2013. How many obligations does every man have according to the author? Every man has two obligations according to the author. What qualities did the great man Oliver Tambo's, Walter Sisulu's, Chief Luthuli display? The great man Oliver Tambo's, Walter Sisulu's, Chief Luthuli displayed the qualities of courage, wisdom, and generosity. What changed Mandela as a young man into a bold one? Mandela's desire for the freedom of his people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect changed him into a bold one.